Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Democracy 4, which is still in development. I'm Karex, and we are playing as the United States of America, the President of the United States. And we are about to be going into our second election. Hopefully, we'll be elected to a third term. Yes, that's right, a third term, because we have expanded the executive term limit to 3 rather than 2. We are trying to create a conservative theocracy of America, focusing mostly on religious ideology and conservative ideology and stuff like that. So and patriots. We like the patriots as well. So that's kind of our two biggest bases. In fact, everybody in our country essentially basically considers themselves to be of a religious. Like everyone. It doesn't mean that's their only factor. That right? They could be a conservative religious. They could be a socialist religious. They could be a motorist parent religious. But everybody in the country is decidedly considering themselves to be of the national state religion, so to speak, because we've actually banned foreign church policy. Where is that exactly? We have banned foreign church service. It's somewhere over here. So basically, if these people are religious, then presumably they're going to the only churches that they can go to. Here it is down here. Ban foreign church service. That's obviously going to create some tensions. But like I said, we're also having strong immigration policies and things like that, so that I don't know. We're just kind of creating this very strange and somewhat scary utopia over here. Maybe utopia is not even the right word for that. Now, what I'd like to do is I'd like to get rid of the water shortage crisis. Guys, I hate to say it, we might have to start admitting to climate change might be real here. We've been calling it a hoax for a while, but we might have to actually enact the climate change, the funding towards environmental. Basically, what I'm saying is we have some climate issues. That's the only thing we're really dealing with right now is climate issues. And there's a couple policies that we don't want to do that would admit to the fact that climate change is a problem here in the game. Police, and well, anyways, police officers have arrested a con man who is staying in our country illegally. Under normal circumstances, he would be eligible to be deported back to his country of origin. The man claims that if sent back home, he is likely to be tortured by the government. Not our problem. Not our problem. Ooh, compassion. Oof. Liberals don't like that either, huh? Campaign speeches are manifestos of campaign speeches are available, making a good surplus. This is what I'm talking about, though, guys. The Climate Change Adaptation Fund. This would presumably help with the water shortage. Presumably this would help with the environment. Actually, would it? Would it? Plant-based diet. How do we look at all these things that we have to increase plant-based diets over here? We're pescatarians, basically at this point already. The GDP is just insane, right? Clean energy subsidies. I mean, are these still kicking in? Are these literally still kicking in? CO2 emissions are going down. What's the dealio here, guys? What is the dealio over here? The environment, like pollution of the environment and stuff, is causing some issues here. Technically, the only person that's worried about the food, food prices are going up significantly because of the water shortage, which is a problem, but we can kind of deal with that in its own. I'm just kind of... Wait, do these actually promote the water crisis? Food prices go up, which is bad. Environmentalists. Oil demand would go down, CO2 emissions would go down. Am I missing something here? Okay, well, we could do microgeneration. Wait, why is this not working? Hello? Search isn't working. I don't know what's going on there. Green Electronics Initiative. Energy efficiency. Oh, this is actually kind of cool. It's pretty cheap. Reduces CO2 emissions. See, this is mandatory microgeneration. Where's just microgeneration grants? Eco home regulations. Microgeneration grants, that would be in taxation, wouldn't it? Microgeneration grants. Environment. I don't know, guys. I don't know, we gotta do something. This doesn't explicit. This is about sustainability and preparing for the end of the world. This is preparing for doomsday. We want everyone to have solar panels. We want everyone to have solar panels for the apocalypse. That's what this is about. This is not about helping the environment. This is about sustainability. This is about sustainability. So we could give a speech here. What is this? The commuter, the environmentalist, the youth. I think for, quite honestly, cut income tax by 25%, that'd be a huge amount of income we'd lose. Human development. Dang. Health, education, wages. Wow, we're doing a great job on that. I mean, wages presumably aren't great there, but I think for the most part, yeah, we have a lot of fanatic supporters. Yeah, I don't know why, but we're just like, everybody loves us. We're just the most popular politician in history. I think we're to win this vote and be able to continue on our third. Oh, look, there's a bunch of non-voters over here, but I'm confused. We got 150 million votes. 99. What the heck? We're getting better people here to work in the cabinet as well. That's a 2.0. We need to keep an eye on them. Was for tax, wasn't it? There it is. Nice. Holy cow, we're going to be swimming in political capital after this. Seeing a bunch of 1.5s. This 1.5 is in environmentalists and motorists. This is I think environmentalists and motorists is going to be better. Dang. We are going to be swimming. Transgender Military Ban. We now have our first openly transgender serving military personnel. Sadly, these soldiers have become the center of bitter culture war between campaigning groups asking to endorse or ban trans people from serving in the armed forces. Well, we are running a fundamentalist Christian conservative theocracy of America. We must ban these people from the military. The real estate bubble is threatening. It's really wanting to pop in. I don't know what this would do if this happened, but presumably it would not be good. Global economy is doing great. Presumably because of that, we're doing great. Now, the way that we fix that potential crisis, right, is we do more state housing, but this doesn't really fit in line with this doesn't fit in line. We're making 29, oh no, 20 political capital per turn? Should be more than that, right? From ministers, 70, I don't know, we'll have to see. We'll have to see if maybe, I don't know, we'll have to see how that works exactly. Why is respiratory disease still a problem? The environment. Tobacco usage is at an all-time low. Car usage is pretty low. I'm looking at these numbers, these bars here, and it's mostly red. It's mostly down. But it's telling us that we got ourselves a problem here. I mean, there's... Yeah, GDP is just... Our GDP is too good. It's too good. Some of this stuff is taking too long to kick in. Some of this stuff is taking way too long to kick in. Number of turns. I mean, hopefully after this... Air travel in this... These... Why is air travel so high? Air travel is maxed out. We just put in the railing. It hasn't kicked in, see? It's taking time to kick in. It's gonna still be a couple turns before that kicks in. Driverless cars would be kind of cool. Free bus pass? Who doesn't like this? Who doesn't like having a free bus pass? $20? Oh no, we clicked on the wrong thing. 13 political capital for that, sure. I'm gonna save the 16 so we can do something big next turn. Holy cow, high-rise is set ablaze? What the heck? A domestic appliance fault caused a deadly blaze in a high-rise apartment block built in our nation's capital to low-income families. A combination of poor building construction, lack of regulatory enforcement, and an unprepared firefighting service had led to deaths and have shocked the country. The government has been criticized more broadly for widening the gap in wealth inequality, which has been a highlight by the lack of care shown to these citizens. Holy cow, that's intense. $22 per turn. We have 35 right now. Well, the easy thing to do would just be to keep inching the term limits up, right? There we go. Now we're at 4, so we can get reelected again. This is perfect. Dang. Everybody loves us, so we don't have any issues here with radicals. I don't know. Like I think I might have messed something up when we... Ooh, this is barely actually technically still giving us that benefit here. This is slowly coming down, but man, it is slowly going down. Okay, pollution is technically going down, but we got to get below the green line. So that's going to be a challenge. That's going to be a challenge. Interesting that showing that respiratory disease is leading to a cost, right? Which makes sense. Just it's estimating its cost on society. Angry citizens are protesting against a project to build power lines through their villages. These power lines are necessary to further increase use of renewable energy sources. Not building them would lead to an economic setback. If you ignore the citizens, this will make make them even angrier and supportive of their cause. Build the power lines anyways. Nobody wants power lines in their next to their houses, but they have to be built somewhere. Until recently, people have been demanding more clean energy. The power lines will be built. There are alternative ways to explore, like underground power lines, and there are claims that the health of those living near power lines may be in danger. It is better to be safe than sorry. Tricky. We'll actually not build them. I'm surprised there isn't like a green, like we haven't gotten a good beneficial thingamajig based on stability just at an all-time high right there. Wow. We're looking good over here. I just want to spend a little bit of political capital, just a touch, so that we can pool a lot of this and do something big on the next turn. See, like I don't even think this is even kicked in yet. It's a big chunk for the environment, but it has not kicked in. I don't know why. It feels like it was it not years ago that we did that? I don't know what it's waiting on. I feel like this number is ridiculous. It says this is the number of turns of inertia in this effect, so the underlying value has changed. This shows how many turns it will take before the effect has been fully felt. Well, can we update this, please? Can we go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? Like, can we explain this a little bit better? Like, what the heck? That's something that drives me crazy. Because it's like it doesn't even update. Like, there should be a number that says how many turns until it's fully felt. Then there should be a number that says, like, basically that's what I'm saying. Some things, like, it's like, well, different things work different ways. But the reforestation, I'm pretty sure we did this like early in the game, and it's trying to tell me now that reforestation has still not kicked in. It's like, hello. It says it only takes 8 turns. We did this multiple cycles ago. Like every election cycle is how many turns? It's like 14 something turns. I don't get that. I don't understand what's going on there. I mean, the game is still in development, right, guys? So, but that needs to be way more clear as to what the heck is going on there. Adult education subsidy increases production and education. Seems like a good thing. Not super cheap on the political capital, but maybe cheap enough. I want to do something that's like really cheap on the political capital. Poultry school sports? Well, that's interesting. Something like that would be so cheap in terms of capital. Youth Politics Council. Sure. Have fun, guys. This way, when we get to 22, we won't be at our maximum political capital. Yeah, we know that real estate bubble is like right there. Ban non-LED light bulbs. LED light bulbs are incredibly effective, more so than compact fluorescent and dramatically more than incandescent bulbs. There are calls to ban the sale of older light bulbs to encourage everyone to switch to LEDs in order to reduce energy uses and help fight climate change. Refuse the ban. It is really not that long ago that the concept of fluorescent lights were the new thing, and suddenly there is pressure for everyone to change again? Yeah, not that long ago, right? Not only that, the actual energy costs of lighting are already very low. This just adds more government regulations for very little real gain. The government wants to tax CO2 production, fine, but then let the consumer make their own choice, make their own decisions. Absolutely. Absolutely. It still says 8. So, I mean, what is it telling us here exactly? It still says 8. I mean, is this broken? Well, we should be planting 100 million trees per year according to this. So, how much is that costing us? 5 billion? $42 political capital. We could anything. We could build the wall, for crying out loud. We could build the wall. Drone strike attack. Drone strikes on foreign grounds are a safe way to prevent terror organizations from reaching their full potential. Patriots are calling for surgical strikes on terror leaders, while liberals regard those as unethical. Racial profiling. Police drones. Prisoner voting. That's kind of cool. Definitely not for us, but just kind of neat seeing that. Proportionate fines. I think this is something they do in Scandinavia. Wiretapping. See, we don't have an issue with crime, really. We don't have an issue with crime. Compulsory church attendance. So we're going to ban foreign churches, and then we're going to force people to go to church. Gambling. Ooh. To some, gambling is a sin, which leads to poverty and disaster, but others believe that social gambling is harmless fun and can be taxed nicely by the government as an additional form of revenue. Also encourages tourism and creates jobs. We're definitely not inactivating this. It is a sin, absolutely. A general media general media censorship. There are times when an outraged public is counterproductive to the well-being. We got to keep people calm, guys. We got to keep people calm. Enabling the general media censorship can prevent bad rumors and speculation from spiraling out of control, while it limits civil rights. Less violence and fears might be worth the effort. We do not wish to give antisocial extremists the free use of our media to create unrest. Compassion goes up. Trustworthiness goes up. Strong leader goes up. Liberalism and liberals don't like this. It's pretty cheap. It's very expensive in terms of the political capital, but I like that. Or we could do internet censorship. Conservatives love this. Conservatives love this too. This is some good stuff in here. Internet censorship. Yes. All traffic is monitored. Booyah. National team lost again? We don't care about soccer. We don't care about soccer. Should I say football? All right, guys. This is kind of like one of those things where it's like, at this point we've actually kind of won the game, it seems like. I don't know. I'm going to have to go in and play around a little bit with some of the difficulty settings or something. And we might have to actually crank them up a bit. Because it doesn't seem like there's any way that we can not win elections and stuff, right? Because we have everybody in our society is religious, and the religious love us. The patriots love us. We have a lot of patriots, capitalists, middle income, and actually, I don't know why the environmentalists even like us. The conservatives, of course, like us too. So, actually, we should sort by happiness. There we go. Commuters, patriots, religious, conservatives, the poor, state employees, and the wealthy, all really liking us. Plus the retired people at the very top there. Fantastic. Guys, thanks everybody for watching this episode of Democracy 4 as we continue on as the President of the United States, creating the conservative theocracy of America over here, and just having a little bit of a goofball time with it. So thanks everybody for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.